towards disjoint, it can be really, really hard to deal with. And like, Ness is kind of one of the weird spots because he does have the disjoint on the up air, but it's not big enough to. It's big enough to get around climb hazard, but not big enough to get around down air, especially early hit down air.
All right. Well, yeah, this is yet another DNA of old offline veteran in Chaos, who I believe has won a DNA before, has definitely placed top 8 in several, at the very least, top 3, top 2. And yeah, this is probably the best test, his biggest test, I should say, at the moment, is overcoming Syrup, because Syrup's on an absolute tear, young player, Smash World Tour winner, and just overall,
fan of Among Us?
Yep, exactly.
I had you, bro.
And yeah, Chaos is old vet, so we'll see what the Cloud can do. I will remind everyone, although I'm sure many people haven't forgot, Chaos does have that Bowser, although I wouldn't, Ness Bowser isn't probably the most fun thing in the world, but...
Yeah, I just feel like just the way Cloud, like as not only like as a character wants to play, but the way Chaos wants to, likes to play is probably the perfect thing for this setup, because he wants to try to use those immediate quick hits, like long-range quick hits, to try to barely out coverage on Ness, but whereas like Bowser kind of has to sometimes set up into his moves or make a little bit more of a read, whereas Cloud can much more safely and fluidly kind of swing at you and play a little bit of like a neutral.
Okay, we got almost a really sleek looking reset there, just missing a little bit on the tilt, and Chaos definitely going to take that graciously, because now we're in a position to go up a stock. So pretty good shape here. I imagine with the way we've seen Syrup take stocks today, this is not as comfortable of a lead as it looks, but albeit preferable to having an even game at this point. But Chaos is starting to surge a little bit here. Solid damage with the cross slash. Now in a position of power. Does lose it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that Chaos has over the last year set that we saw is he has an immediate button to he has a lot of immediate buttons to deal with that high PK fire because he has both versions of cross slash are amazing at doing that, but he can also rise with Nair, up air, and bear, just like immediately take a trade or even outspace it.
Yep. So what was almost looking like game for a moment is now still kind of looking like game, but Chaos is one hit away. We've seen Syrup do some stuff though, so you can't be too safe. We're gonna see Chaos probably trying to land some of those back airs, and probably wants to charge up some. Okay, F tilt's gonna do it. I was starting to feel a little stressed for some reason, but all good.
I mean, Syrup started figuring out what he needed to do, which was since he knows that Chaos is gonna try to back air or side B his approaching PK fires. He's trying to space at this. He's trying to keep his spacing at the same distance where this PK fire is, but play around beating out Cloud in the air to air, because he has that very fast, very good rising aerials. Whereas outside of big air to air or anti air scenarios, Cloud always has to fall off his aerials. The only thing that he can really do rising is cross up there on very specific characters that he can safely get away with, or rising bear on tall characters.
So off to a quick start is Chaos, although now if Syrup has anything to say about it, I'm gonna see if Chaos is able to keep this momentum going, because he did actually look pretty comfortable in that first game. But I mean, yeah, even just seeing Yo-Yo on ledge, right? It's a little anxiety inducing if you're Cloud, because at any moment that could kill you, and you don't have to be high percent for that. But if Chaos could continue basically the onslaught in the air that he's been doing, might not have to worry about it as much.
Yeah, Zebra now is trying to do those reverse PK fires, so that way he's not really approaching. But because we saw earlier on the platform, he tried to sneak one in, and Chaos was so ready with it with the forward air. But right now he's switching it. He's using that magnet to stall his momentum. Try to bait out a reaction from Chaos, so that way he can kind of either stuff him out or win the trade. But bounces off the ledge in probably the most interesting way I've ever seen in my entire history of the game. I've never seen someone fly off the ledge that far, and especially that close to the ledge.
First time for everything. This is looking like everything coming up Chaos right now.
And Chaos right now is just doing such a phenomenal job at just catching Syrup whenever he jumps, that it's just really hard for Syrup to kind of get any of it, getting any momentum started. But
all right, so there is an opportunity here for Chaos. We'll see if he's able to get it, or if we'll see Syrup mount some certain amount of damage or land something crazy. But gonna have to get in first. Chaos has been doing such a great job just swinging around the Buster Sword and keeping himself relatively unscathed from all of Syrup's transgressions.
yeah, he has very rarely, if at all, gotten hit by the second Syrup button. And that's another big thing. Like we saw, like the reason that started is because Syrup did that safe side B, but then immediately tried to like force a trade with the Nair, and it just kind of got blown up for it. Oh wow,
Ooh,
that was huge.
Falling short there. Yeah, that is not the way you want to lose that stock, but in any case, does lose it, and now we are back to even game less stock situation here.
All right, decides to take it to the face, because popping your shield is not something you want to do, because it gives Cloud a lot of limit to work with, and you get that a big free punish for like the Cloud to kind of think of what his most optimal damage dealer is, because you won't die at the percent, but you won't really want to get hit by whatever Cloud has stored in for you either.
No, you're right about that. But this is still looking very, not only just manageable,
right,
but in Chaos's favor here.
Yeah, Syrup right now kind of has to play it more grounded, because he doesn't want to get he doesn't want to commit to a forward tilt and get anti-air by side B.
Ooh,
I guess he saw the side B and tried to like hard read the instant Nair like we saw the second stock.
Damn.
Wow.
You kind of paid
Great
for it,
turnaround.
man. That was, I don't know. I don't know what the right option would have been to take there. I just know that finishing touch is almost never the right option. Unless you're confirming into it, it seems. That move is just not what it used to be to any extent.
It could also be, and I mean, input. That could also.
It
be
could have
like,
been. He could have went.
He could have tried either side B or or neutral bead,
No, you're
or
right.
like short hop, neutral bead. Just try to hit the bottom of the blade, so that way, like, if he falls through platform, it catches him. But if he stays on platform, it pokes his feet and kills him.
That's
But
right.
for that ledge scenario, what you have to do is you have to do a delayed get up, almost like you do for Simon, where you have to use once it's halfway, you start using your get up iframes to go past the hitbox.
All right, so and we got another quick lead for Chaos. This is kind of how these games have been starting here, and then sort of gets caught up in the end. But if the last game, if the first two games are any indication of this one, this is basically to be expected. It does seem like Syrup will be kind of playing behind here, but it's just so quick to. It can be quick killing Cloud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if he's able to land this limit cross slash, that could be it, or even just that back air.
Oh yeah, this is the worst case. Oh, but he went so far that in Chaos, like Chaos was just not ready for Syrup to not recover with the double jump. That he decided to burn his side B early, so that way he could catch that immediate double jump. And once he kind of caught it, with how slow up B is, he actually gave him perfect time to just get around him and reverse edge guard.
I really like that kind of rebuttal to Syrup. Mostly just kind of snuck that stock from Chaos, taking a jump and forced on the blast zone. But then we saw Chaos basically, oh my god, trying to bury him. Then we saw him basically condition him with some back airs and just run out with a dash attack, man. He got a dash attack.
He sniped his double jump.
Yeah, he's got to watch these jumps. It's really tough mashing out of those Ness forward airs. Like, I guess you just gotta like SDI like crazy, right? But if
Yeah,
you hit jump,
I think you can get away with SDIing hard away. It's almost like Pika, where like you just hold away, take the hits, and save your double jump.
all right.
So, like with Pika, he can only like kill you like with those strings like that if you hold in. Like if you hold away, you can't get that final hit that actually kills you. Close enough to the blast zone. Right.
So gonna want to try and keep this seed in here.
I love the idea of Nair, because Syrup decided not to play it, which was a smart counterplay. But most players are gonna try to play that. Since hitting a tech just feels satisfying, most players are actually gonna try to tech on the platform, which puts them in a really bad scenario.
So we are on the cusp of what could be a game 3, but if Chaos is able to just kind of land any sort of percent and get a little bit of momentum going with that sword again, could end things.
Oh,
Very
nice!
solid damage. Wow.
That's a big thing the Clouds have been looking for. After that cross slash, like a lot of players try to just empty land, and all the Clouds like Glenn, obviously Chaos, Cola have all been looking at that runoff up air to start beating like a huge player base habit against Cloud.
Yeah, man. So this is getting a little bit of a volatile set here. And yet
Ooh, he swung too early.
Yeah, I swung too early, man. If he could... Those limit cross slashes, I feel like if Chaos could really sort of, find better... Basically connect those a little better. Like, he as a player will, like, skyrocket. Because his neutral... Oh, okay, he just makes it back. His neutral's so good, you know what I mean? And he's doing a lot of good things there, but...
Yeah.
Then that happens... Like, but that was basically one of those limit cross slashes away, because like he was in a position twice there where limit cross slash could have taken a stock once on second stock, and then towards the end of that game, and that would have been the set. But
the thing I was looking at most is that, like, I was surprised he didn't, because he's center. He has most of the stage to his back, and Syrup's in the corner, I think 15 seconds before that happened. I don't I was quite surprised. I didn't see Chaos trying to go for a forward tilt trade, because he doesn't, any button that that Ness presses, he doesn't die to with that much stage to work with, and like even I don't even think only maybe very very certain buttons will actually even send him off stage.